Hi everybody, so some people ask me how I go about doing hand-painted tileable textures, so I'm gonna go over my workflow today. So you can open up Photoshop and create a new file that's 2048 pixels by 2048, and after that you can fill your base layer with a dark green color, and you can always adjust it by using the hue and saturation panel. After that you're gonna want to create a new layer in which we're gonna be painting the grass blades. For this part I just use the round hard brush that comes with Photoshop and just start painting the silhouette of the grass blades. Try and make them not too straight, keep them organic and curvy. Just do a basic block up of the shapes and then clean them up using the eraser. And you want to draw around 5 or 6 of them so you have a more natural looking grass. Once you're done with your grass blades, you can create a new layer and create a group for your 2 new layers. Control click on your bottom layer to create a selection and then use this selection to create a mask on your group folder. You can then switch to a big soft round brush and use it to paint a layer of black at the bottom of your grass blades. You can then use the hue and saturation adjustments to have a better mid-tone on your base color. You can then set the top layer to multiply and then create another layer on top of that. You can then pick a light yellow color and start painting the top of the grass blades, like you did with the darker color. You can then set this layer to hard light and adjust the opacity. You can also adjust the opacity on your multiply layer. You can then create another layer on top of that and then start painting a line in the center of your grass blades using a hard round brush. And then tweak and adjust the opacity and the hue and saturation for each of my layers. And create a new layer so you can start and paint your highlights. I create a layer to start blending the colors manually by using the brush tool and the color pick tool. Then create another layer to create some very bold highlights in the middle of your grass blades. And then turn down the opacity. Duplicate the group and then merge it, and then apply layer mask. If you double click on your layer, it brings up the layer style window. You can check the outer glow box and change the color to black. Then grab the range slider and put it up all the way to 100% and use the anti-aliasing checkbox. You can then mess around with the spread and size settings until you get a similar result. Then set the opacity slider to around 30%. And you can use the eraser to remove any unwanted dark spots. You then want to hide your group layer because you don't need it anymore, and then just bring your merged layer up and scale it down slightly. You can now right click on your layer and rasterize layer type. You can now start to create some clumps of grass. Once you're done creating your clumps of grass, you can copy them and put them in a different layer. And you're gonna want to repeat the process to create some even bigger clumps of grass.
Word up, say what up.
Once you're done with that, you're gonna want to create 4 big chunks of grass in the middle of your canvas. Once you're done with this step, you want to go to Filter, Other, Offset, and then set your offset to 1024 by 1024. Then hide this layer and start a new one. For this next one, you want to go to Offset again and set it to 0 by 1024. Then hide it and do another one. You're gonna do the same thing with this one, but 1024 by 0 this time. Once your last patch is done, you want to go ahead and patch the remaining holes in your texture. After that, you can create a new layer and pick an orange color, then press on X to swap your color picker and pick a purple. Then go to Filter, Render Clouds and set your blend mode to overlay. You can then mess around with the opacity. I then create a levels adjustment layer and make sure the blend mode is set to luminosity, and then I adjust the settings to my liking. Once everything is done, you can save it and test it. This is what the final grass looks like. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section. And that's it. Thank you for watching.